So modals are auxiliary verbs. Modals are also called as modal auxiliaries. They are auxiliary verbs which are used to express the mood or attitude of the speaker. They are used with the main verb to convey a lot of different things like ability, possibility, then asking permission for something, advice, giving advice. They do not change in form with change in number or person of the subject. Okay, they do not change in form according to the number or person of the subject, right? So many different things are used to denote or used for denoting, and they indicate a lot of different things. So we have a lot of use of modals. Like if you want to go to a certain place and you want the permission of your mother, how will you ask your mother? You will say, Mom, can I go to the shopping mall? Okay, but if you're asking the same question, or if you're asking a permission from your teacher, then your question will be something else. Your question will be, may I go to the washroom, or may I go to the principal's office, like that. So different ways, different things can be expressed through a modal. We are going to do all the modals one by one. Let us start with the first usage of the modal, that is ability. We can use different modals to convey ability of the speaker. Okay. So what are the modals which we use for conveying the ability? Can, could, and be able to. Be able to means it's just the be verb which will change according to the tense of the sentence. Can suggests ability to do something, could suggest the ability in the past, and be able to is also something which suggests the ability of somebody, but it suggests a greater ability than can. Okay. So these three ways we can understand the ability of a person, of a speaker. Okay. Fine. So let us proceed to the next, that is obligation, advice, or suggestion. Page number 83. Now we are doing page number 83. Okay. So let us proceed to the next type of modal, which conveys obligation, advice, or suggestion. Obligation to do something means you are bound to do something. Suggestion and advice more or less are the same thing. Okay. Okay, so firstly we are going to find out about the three different modals: should, must, and ought to. Okay. Should. Let us begin with should. Generally we use should to talk about certain kind of, you can give advice using should, you can give a suggestion, or suggestion or advice. Okay. Number 2 is must. Must obviously means a compulsion to do something. Like we must obey the traffic rule. We must go to school every day. Whenever we are using the word must, the emphasis shifts from it being a simply suggestion to that being a complete compulsion. Okay, that is, if I say you must go to school every day, and if I say you should go to school every day, what is the difference? In the first one, whenever I am using must, it talks about a compulsion, that is, you have to go, there is no other way. Okay. And if I say you should go, it means that I am giving you a suggestion for something and you may or may not accept the suggestion. Okay. So, this is the difference between the two things. Okay. Now, must suggests compulsion, whereas should suggests suggestion or advice. Must also suggest strong obligation. Obligation means something you are obligated to do, something you are bound to do. Like, you must not treat the street animals in a cruel manner. I am talking about an obligation. I am talking about something you should not do. Okay. And I am talking about it in a very strong manner, in a very strong approach. So, strong obligation can also be suggested from the word must by using the modal must. Then come to, yes, and also necessity. Like, we must carry our passports whenever we travel outside India. We must carry our passport whenever we travel outside India. In this sentence, we can understand that it's absolutely necessary for us to carry our passports. Okay. So, that's why the word must is being used. Right. Now, come to the next one, that is ought to. Ought to is something less than must because it suggests some moral obligation rather than a compulsion. It is suggesting something which is right to do. So, it's like a moral duty or obligation may be suggested by using ought to. Okay. Moral duty or some kind of obligation can be used, ought to can be used to suggest a moral duty or an obligation of some kind. Understood, students? Okay. Now, we have 5 minutes left. Let us do exercise number A. Exercise A of chapter modals. We are going to do it in the book itself. So, the first blank is you have to fill up the blanks using can, could or be able to. Can you play the piano? Number 2, when I was young, I could climb stairs easily. Number 3, we could buy the movie rather than stand in the queue for the movie tickets. So, general ability, whenever we are going to talk about general ability, we can use the word could. This here it is being used to talk about general ability, whereas in question number 2 it talks about a past ability. Understood? Number 4, even though our car broke down, we could reach home on time. We could reach home on time. Number 5. As a child, she could paint well. Okay, can you see the board? Yes, you can. Number 6. She will be able to write with a fountain pen. Number 7. She said that she could dance even when she was 2 years old. Talking about an ability in the past, so obviously could. Number 8. As a young man, my grandfather could swim really fast. Okay, so let me just rub the top portion of the board. Number 9, his right leg is fractured and he will be able to walk without support only after 3 months. So it is written already that ability which is more stronger than can, so we will just write he will be able to. Okay. This exercise was pretty easy for you all. Rather than waiting in for him here, we could walk to his house. Okay. Done? Now, I don't think you will have any confusion. Okay. So, let us proceed to exercise number B. Do we have any time left, students? No. Okay, fine. So, exercise B, I am giving you as a homework. Start doing it right now, and next day we are going to discuss it. Okay? All of you shall complete exercise A and B in your book. Understood? There wouldn't be any problem in solving exercise B after what we have already discussed. Okay, students? Just stay on the call and I am going to take your attendance. Thank you for today's class, students.